Yo, so there's some controversy on whether Angel Reese and the LSU Tigers should actually go to meet Jill and Joe Biden at the White House, even though Jill Biden has extended and taken back an invitation to Caitlin Clark and Iowa, even though they lost, and this has never been done in history. Ever since 1860, the winning team has been going to the White House. Never, ever has the loser gone. But somehow, in this case, Jill Biden decided to invite the loser as well. LSU felt disrespected. I agree with them for feeling disrespected and I just want to ask, should they go or should they not go? But before we get to that, I want you to listen to a conversation me and my cousins had, APX 1212 and Pack Savvy, on this conversation.
She understood where she came from.
How do you know she meant that?
I know that because that's how I feel, and you're not gonna feel that way.
So why do you understand?
You're not gonna feel that way, but
so why do you understand? You understand white supremacy?
God, went all the way up.
That's pretty much what it is. And I want you to give me a couple seconds to break this down.
Yeah, I understand the nigga
because
with the TV shorts that was like
No, look, I didn't say lynchings. I said white supremacy.
And define what you're talking about at this point.
Now, white supremacy takes form in a lot of different ways. Joe Biden coming out saying months ago, he said, "I've never had to have a talk with my sons about what to do when the police pulled you over. I never had to have that conversation."
I get that. I understand.
Right? Black folk always have to have that conversation.
So where's this?
Let me finish what I'm saying.
It's
a difference in. Let me finish what I'm saying. It's a difference in white view of this country and what white people have to go through in living in this country and what black people have to go through in living in this country. And we see that in this instance where it's just the small stuff, getting pulled over, going in a place that you ain't got no business going into, like they say. If you in a rich neighborhood, when you in that, no, man, just let me finish saying what I'm saying.
Go ahead,
if you in a rich neighborhood, they're going to view you a certain way. If you in a nice car, they're going to view you a certain way. If you Puff Daddy, you a billionaire, a well-known billionaire, you know it's still some 10 and 2 that you got to do when you get pulled over. It's still some type of respect you have to have in the way that you talk to an officer because it could go left or right. Can I just finish talking without you doing all that, bro?
Because I'm just saying, you going left when you
I'm not going, no, just let me finish talking. You doing all of this while I ain't doing none of that while you talking, bro.
I'm just saying, Dr. Jill Biden.
She thought of it from a whitewashed point of view.
No, she did not.
Which, in a nice way, I'm not going to say she intentionally was being like,
they're knocking that.
I don't like you Negroes. She wasn't doing it in that
She was way. Doing it. You know what she really did it for?
She was doing
it in a woman's way.
No, she wasn't. Because if she was doing it from the woman's way, she would have understood the black woman's point of view too.
No, but
they have not changed this tradition since
she was thinking that, in a woman's view of women's basketball, they weren't getting the respect that they was getting.
If it had been switched, and the LSU was the one that had lost,
that's the media
they would not have invited
because
them.
You listen to the media.
Aaron,
if it would have been switched, it would have been.
They have not invited the loser to the White House.
How do you know if she wouldn't have done that?
Even if it's not tradition. She hadn't did it last. She didn't do it last year.
Well, this wasn't tradition because what she did right now.
Say that again.
That's why she didn't do it last.
Diesel, say that again.
She didn't do it last year.
And just so you know, Diesel, a.k.a. Pack Savvy, he always comes with some real lines when we be kicking it. But this was one of the realest lines he ever came with in the argument. I'm just going to say, I was arguing this argument. We talked about this for 20, 30 minutes. He ended this argument with this line right here, done, and done. One-liner, done. You know what I'm saying?
And it wasn't as important last year.
And then a year other that she been in office.
It wasn't as important.
How many years has she been in office?
It was not as important last year as this year. This year probably had the best talent.
2023. This is the third year they're in office?
Listen to what I'm saying.
That's the easy. Come on, bro.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I heard what you said.
Okay, let me ask you this. Who was in the championship last year?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Now, who was in the championship this year?
I'm going to be real. I don't know, and I don't care.
So, therefore,
I have not watched basketball, women's basketball.
That's what I'm saying.
Up to this point.
That's what I'm saying. Now, up to this point. Now, all this controversy
so I'm telling you,
more attention to women's basketball.
And it was because of the black girl that did the move that caused the attention to be brought to the sport.
Exactly. So why not elaborate on that?
No, not when she won. Not when LSU won. Ain't no elaboration needed. Stay home. No, stay home like every other team.
It is needed.
Like the other teams from the past 2 years or 3 years that they've been in office. Yeah. Stay home like every other team did and watch it from the crib.
They've been trying all these years to bring up women's basketball.
And so after inviting both teams, the First Lady kind of walked back her statements through Vanessa Valdivia, saying these things. The First Lady loved watching the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship game along young student athletes and admires how far women have advanced in the sport since the passing of the title IX. On Tuesday, through Valdivia, Biden walked back those comments, saying her comments in Colorado were intended to applaud the historic game and all women athletes, that she looks forward to celebrating the LSU Tigers in their championship win at the White House. This was after she had said something about having both teams come through. And yes, both teams coming through should not be a thing. I'm glad your staff alerted you to this, but it was only because women like Angel Reese said, no, we're not accepting that. We're not accepting the second prize, even though we were the first prize. Now you're going to invite 2 teams here, even though it's never been done in history. And this is what I was trying to tell my cousin, like, dog, how are you caping for this? And all I was trying to tell him is that this is white supremacy, even though they don't want to realize it is. It's a goofy type of innocent white supremacy, right? It's not that Jill Biden is like out here with a picket sign like, I hate those Negroes. Don't let them in the White House. No, she's a very nice lady trying to be welcoming to all women that are progressing in this life, right? But what she failed to realize is that she's viewing all of this through a whitewashed lens that she does not realize she's had on her whole entire life. And the whitewashed lens does not allow her to see the perspective of the black woman in today's world, or the black man in today's world. And so she's blind to that. And so due to her blindness, because she's been raised in a whitewashed silver spoon type of society, because she ain't come from the dirt. You know what I'm saying? She's silver spooning it, and she white, so she got all this privilege she don't have to worry about when she gets pulled over. It's not a thing. It's not the same worry that a black man has to worry about when he gets pulled over, or a black woman has to worry about when she gets pulled over. It's a different type of anxiety that we have to go through as black folks when we get pulled over, and we have to wonder if we gonna be able to make it to the crib or not. You know what I'm saying? So due to that, you just thinking that even though this has been a tradition held since 1860 or something like that, where only the winners come to the White House, now that it's a black team that won, and there was some controversy over the move that was done, even though the move was done by a black girl back to a white girl who did the move first, right? Now you think through this whitewash lens that you have that it should be okay to say, you know what, let's invite the white team too, even though they lost. Let's let them come and enjoy all the amenities that we have to offer at the White House. Let's let them get their Instagrams popping and take pictures with us as the president and the first lady and have all of this, that, and the other. No, they don't get to do that. They did not win. And in the history of the White House, no team has come there that has not won, except for in this case when Jill Biden decided to extend that invitation because the team that lost was a white team that she had sympathy for. And although she did not, I don't think, do it intentionally and harmfully, she did it. And what we as black people are trying to let you know is that you're doing it from a unintentional whitewashed place. This is what I was trying to tell my cousin. He doesn't really get that. You understand what I'm saying? But he'll get it on his own time. I'm sure he's gotten it already when he's been pulled over, but due to whatever he's been watching, he don't really see what I'm saying. But you know, different people got different points of view. That's fine. But what I'm saying is that whether it be innocent or uninnocent. Jill Biden did something that was egregious, and we don't agree with it. Now, should LSU come to the White House still? I would say, hey, go and do your thing as long as Iowa ain't coming. But I also would say, I understand Angel Reese's position that just because the invitation was offered, maybe she wants to make a point. Maybe her and the team wants to make a point to say, you know what, we're not going just to prove a point. I understand both ways to handle this. I won't be mad either way how they handle this. But I would say I don't know if the full decision is in Angel Reese's lap. I think probably the coaches, probably the presidents, and other people higher up than her probably has more clout to say whether they go or not. Maybe Angel Reese has the clout to say if she goes or not. Maybe she stays home. I don't know. But either way, if they show up or don't show up, I won't be mad because I understand both ways. But hey, if you do want to show up, go and show up and get your, have your fun. But this your boy P. Camp. Tell me what you think, what you don't think. Get at your boy.